West Ham have been linked with another Czech Republic international, and this one is Alex Kral. Now, he's a young central midfielder CDM that will provide stiff competition for the likes of Declan Rice and Thomas Souček. But what can we expect from this young guy? Because this is someone, just like Thomas Souček and Vladimir Coufal, before they joined West Ham or they were linked to West Ham, none of us realistically knew who they were. We might have caught them in, an England international when they've played Czech Republic, or we might have watched a Europa League game if they've played one of the English teams in Europe. But realistically, we don't really know what to sort of expect from. We didn't really know what to expect from Vladimir Coufal, and look how good he is. But talking briefly about the mentality of the two Czech boys and why we may be going down that route, similar to what Wolves have done in terms of the Portuguese route, they bring in a lot of Portuguese, is about the team cohesion. David Moyes on TalkSport yesterday spoke about the mentality of the two Czech boys in Souček and Vladimir Coufal, that when there's a day off training, they're in there, they want to train, they want to improve, and that sort of helped the mentality of the whole club, because it's rubbed off on some of the other players. Because if one or two players are doing it, then you might see the likes of Aaron Cresswell, the other first team players going, you know what, well, if they're putting in a shift on our days off, right, we're all going to pull into the same direction. But let's talk about Alex Kral, because it looks like that West Ham are pursuing this deal at around about £14 million. Now, for me, there is a comparison between Thomas Souček and Alex Kral in terms of the kind of player we're going to be getting. Now, he plays CDM/centre mid, and that is a position that we need. Declan Rice, when he was injured for 5 or 6 weeks, we only had Mark Noble that could come in and try and fulfil his boots. And we saw a major difference with Declan Rice out of the team, because we know what Declan Rice brings in terms of his anticipation, his leadership, his tackling ability, his passing on the ball. And what happened with that was that Thomas Souček's game was affected, because he sort of had to be that guy that had to sit deep. He couldn't really pursue forward and get into the box as much, because he didn't have Declan Rice to the side of him. So Alex Kral, what can we expect from him? Firstly, is that he looks very good on the ball. Now, the direct comparison that I see between him and Thomas Souček is that both of them can run. And we spoke about David Moyes before, that he's always said that if you're not going to run for the team, then you're not going to play. And he's got rid of players like, Anderson, who are not willing to run for the team and work hard. And Alex Kral, again, looks like someone who's combative. He can get around the pitch. He can probably put higher distance numbers up in a game. Thomas Souček gets like 13 kilometres or whatever it is a game. We might see a similar number when Alex Kral potentially plays. But the direct comparison that I've seen is that Alex Kral is actually a lot tidier on the ball. And if there's one constructive criticism of Thomas Souček's game as a footballer, yes, he's good at getting in the box, getting on the head on the end of things, scoring goals, being a nuisance from corners, very good in the tackle, can run up and down like a workhorse, is that when he is put under pressure, in terms of the balls played to him, because he's a big guy, sometimes he could be a little bit stiff and turning out, trying to get out of tight situations. The thing that I've seen with Alex Kral, that he's very good at getting out of tight situations. He's got very nice feet. I saw clips on YouTube, and I know YouTube, compilations isn't the best thing to go by, because you could make the worst player look like an absolute world beater in terms of just showing their best highlights. But if Thomas Souček has gone to, West Ham, like, you should be looking at him, 13 or 14 million, which is about the fee that we paid for Thomas Souček, for someone that could come in and probably, give a similar option in terms of Thomas Souček, but he's a little bit better on the ball. This guy could potentially make a case for starting and being in Europe next season. It's all about numbers, in terms of not just numbers through the door, but we need quality players. And if Alex Kral is, a lot of people said that he may potentially be a first team player for West Ham. He might be able to dislodge, or we might change formation, play more like a 4-3-3 and put him in a 3-man midfield. Yes, that would mean, where would Fornals play, or Ben Rahm, or one of the attacking players, where would they play? But to have someone who potentially could come in and do a very, very good job like Thomas Souček on the bench, or when we've got a lot of fixture congestion, we're in the Europa League, and then we've got this, the Sunday game or whatnot, or we've got the FA Cup. Someone that could come in and do a job, who's got experience playing in Europa League. He plays for Spartak Moscow, used to play for Slavia Prague before he went to Spartak Moscow. So I'm all up for this signing, because he's combative. He has the similar traits of Thomas Souček. He wants to get around the pitch. He wants to win tackles. He wants to get into the box. He doesn't put up the numbers, the goal scoring numbers that Thomas Souček does. I think he got like 5 assists. So he's more of a sort of not a goal scoring box to box midfielder, but he's someone who's got 5 assists, who's probably more of a creative box to box midfielder. And you can see with some of the clips, as I said, gets out of tight situations. He's pretty nifty on his feet. He can go left or right, drop a shoulder, and next thing you know, he's past that man. So 13 or 14 million pounds, I think it would be a very good signing. Apparently West Ham want to try and get this deal done before the Euros, because, you know, the Euros is an opportunity. It's putting yourself in the shop window for the likes of Alex Kral, that if West Ham do want him and he has a storm of a Euros, that he might go to maybe a bigger club than West Ham. So West Ham are going to try and get this done before the Euros, which would make sense, and I would be very happy with this signing. You know, there's reports that we're going to have 85 million to spend, 13 or 14 million on another good CDM, and it's just not getting the numbers in, but they've got to be the right personality, they've got to be of a certain quality. And what I've seen from Alex Kral, whilst it is YouTube compilations, like I mentioned, it does look like that he could be a very, very good fit. And if Thomas Souček, you know, is recommending him, then he's recommended Soufal. You probably can't say no because of the success both of them players, Soufal and Souček, have been. Guys, hit the subscribe button for more West Ham videos, and I'll catch you next time. See you later.